I'm a little dramatic, I know. But hey, the point is bug control. So I like to call it critter control. That is the number 11 C for the 10 C's, right? I got a few more C's. We're going to add those to it. The 10 C's of survivability, I had to add this because I live in Florida. First and foremost, so there is the blunt force option, right? That is this. You've seen this earlier when I was just swinging it around. Now, just before I started this video, just before, something flies out from behind me. I have no idea. And I smashed it. It's a hard-shelled body. Blunt force trauma took care of that since like 1953. Grandma used one of these and it worked. And it worked on the bottom of your... This was an option, so put that one down. Thermocells, real brief. Here's a couple of options, right? There are many on the market, but this is one of the most common ones, right? So basically, it requires a cartridge. This particular one right now is spent. It's normally blue. It's black on the backside, but normally it's blue. Now that it's white, it's completely done. Don't need it anymore. Going to add another one. This is a heating element. And inside here, this is pretty cool. There's a little bit of propane, right? Listen, I understand. You got to sell products, right? But I hacked mine. I made mine refillable. So I wrote on there, I win. And I can get to the fill line right over here. All I did, I'll do a video while you'll see it. Is I take this and this little special attachment, which comes with them when you look them up on Amazon. Some of the caps have a variety of attachments. You need to find the one that has this. And then what I'll do is I'll just simply refill it, right? Plug it back in. So this is off. This is on. The gas is now filling up inside there. There's this little start button here and a little window on the inside. I'm going to click it a couple of times. I heard it take off, so let's take a look. And if you can see that, trust me, it's in there. This little pad right here, but I'll just slide it in. Look, I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of thermocells because they work. But when it gets really windy, it doesn't because it blows it away. Here's another version of this thermocell. And it's got 3 AAA batteries it takes it if you want to use the actual lantern. It's this nice soft glow, maybe 50 lumens or so. Here's the important one. This one is my tried and true. It is my go-to. It is 40% deep. I understand it may give me some sort of third eye in the middle of my forehead somewhere. Maybe I might grow a second chin. It keeps away the critters. This is my #1 go-to critter control because it works and it works every single time, at least for the ones in Florida. I'm assuming like Alaska's got those types of mosquitoes that can carry away your dog, right? That they just drink this stuff. And when things get absolutely really bad, and there's one crawling across the table, I don't know what, it's some big, hairy tarantula, Pound Town, bam, just like that. That's right. Sometimes blunt force trauma from the Pound Town gets it done every time. Last resort. Then there's this option right here, which is a hunk of fat wood. You put this into your fire. You don't want to cook on this. You don't want to have any meat on here. This is just critter control. But a hunk of fat wood onto the fire, and it'll put off a nice black smoke. That black smoke's enough to drive all kinds of critters away, including skeeters. Now, and absolutely 100% do not neglect tick control. Perithian works really, really well with ticks. The forestry areas will do control burns. A lint roller across will get all those little ticks off of you. The main important thing that I want you to take away from the tick thing is they spread Lyme disease. There's another allergic reaction to ticks that makes people allergic to eating meats. That's right, you heard me. Eating meats, folks. Could you imagine never eating meats? I would starve to death. What am I going to eat, a vegetable? Like a bunch of them to live? Seriously, you don't want that. You want to have red meat. Critter control, absolutely vital. Number 11 out of the 10 C's. First, and my go-to, my grab it always. This is like the first thing I'm going to grab is this DEET, 40% or better. Next, I'm going to choose my thermocells. Next in line, blunt force trauma. Depending on the size of the critter, this may not do. You may need to go up a step. You don't have to go too far. Sometimes you just got to get in the woods and get your dirt on. So go on now. Now get.